The room went silent when the billionaire single mom walked in. Her baby was in another man's arms, a poor single dad feeding her child like his own. What happened next changed everything. Like this video and subscribe to Inspiration Stories box for stories that touch the heart. Evelyn Cross was known in the business world as the woman who never lost control, a self-made billionaire, ruthless in boardrooms, fearless in negotiations, and completely alone at home. After her husband died years ago, she built walls taller than her skyscrapers. The only soul allowed inside those walls was her 6-month-old daughter, Lily. Evelyn trusted no one. Not nannies, not relatives, not friends. Money could buy loyalty, but not love, or so she believed. That morning, exhaustion finally betrayed her. A critical emergency meeting forced her to bring Lily to the company's charity center, a temporary shelter funded by her foundation. She instructed the staff clearly, "No one touches my child." She placed Lily in a private room, locked the door, and left for the meeting, her heart uneasy, but her mind distracted by numbers and contracts. Across the hall, Daniel sat quietly on a bench, holding a warm bottle. He was a single father too, poor, exhausted, and invisible to most people. His wife had died during childbirth, leaving him with nothing but his infant son and a mountain of unpaid bills. He worked nights cleaning offices, days fixing bikes, and spent whatever time remained trying to be both mother and father. Today, he was at the shelter seeking donated formula when he heard a baby crying, not the usual hungry cry, but the painful kind that makes a parent's chest tighten instantly. Daniel hesitated. He knew the rules, but the cries grew louder, desperate. He knocked. No answer. Slowly he opened the door and saw Lily, red-faced, shaking, gasping for comfort. Without thinking, he picked her up, instinctively checking her bottle, warming it, whispering softly, "It's okay, you're not alone." Lily calmed almost immediately, tiny fingers gripping his shirt as she drank. Minutes later, Evelyn returned. She froze at the doorway. Her heart slammed against her ribs. Her baby in a stranger's arms. Rage surged through her veins. Years of fear, loss, and control exploded in one breath. "Step away from my child!" she shouted. Daniel turned slowly, shock written on his face. He didn't drop Lily. He didn't run. He simply looked at Evelyn and said quietly, "She was crying. I couldn't leave her like that." Security rushed in. Staff panicked. Evelyn marched forward, her voice trembling with fury. "Who do you think you are?" she demanded. Daniel gently placed Lily back in her crib, making sure she was comfortable before stepping away. "I'm just a dad," he said softly, "and when I hear a baby cry, I answer." Evelyn was ready to have him thrown out, maybe arrested. But then Lily reached out again, crying as Daniel stepped back. Evelyn stopped. Her baby wanted him, and for the first time in years, Evelyn didn't know what to do. The room felt smaller as Evelyn stared at Daniel. Lily cried harder now, tiny hands stretching towards him. Evelyn's chest tightened painfully. She had tried everything to calm her daughter, expensive toys, music, doctors, yet this stranger had succeeded in minutes. "Who are you?" Evelyn asked again, this time quieter. "Daniel," he replied. "I lost my wife during childbirth. I raise my son alone." His voice didn't beg, it didn't accuse, it simply existed, raw and honest. Evelyn looked at his worn shoes, tired eyes, shaking hands. This man wasn't a threat, he was a mirror of everything she had buried. She hesitated, then nodded. "Feed her," she said quietly. Gasps filled the room. Security stepped back. Daniel picked Lily up again, humming softly. Evelyn sat down slowly, watching every movement, every breath. Something inside her cracked. She realized Lily wasn't just calm, she was safe. Daniel spoke gently as he fed her. He talked about late nights, empty fridges, and learning how to love without guidance. Evelyn listened, truly listened, for the first time in years. She saw herself in him, minus the money. Same loneliness, same fear, same exhaustion. When Lily finished, Daniel placed her carefully in Evelyn's arms. "She trusts you," he said. "She just needed warmth." Evelyn's eyes filled with tears. She hadn't allowed herself to cry since her husband died. "No one has ever spoken to me like that," she whispered. The next day, headlines exploded. Billionaire CEO launches single-parent support program. Evelyn had hired Daniel not as charity, but as family support coordinator. She funded housing, childcare, and therapy for struggling parents. But the biggest change wasn't public. Months later, Lily took her first steps holding Daniel's finger. Evelyn watched, heart full. She had built empires alone, but love, she learned, was never meant to be built that way. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe to Inspiration Stories Box, where kindness finds its voice.